fucking working. This is fucking amazing. It's like magic. I've been attempting to get this to work for quite a while. Way too long, to be completely honest. Anyway, we're here now, apparently. I'm gonna talk to you, all you great folks, all you wonderful people. Hopefully more than one person, because that's lonely. All you people, all you great people. We're gonna talk about the combat rifle, the assault version. Alright, this thing's putting out 23.2 damage per round at 1200 rounds, not including the bonus 2 armor and shields, which is -5 to shields plus 10 to armor because it's projectile. Know your damage types. And the clip size of 68, which is going to be important. I'll talk about this a little bit later. But let's go into the recoil and how this thing handles. So it has a climb to it if you hold down the trigger after halfway through a clip. So it goes vertical every single time, but it has a left to right recoil, which is random every time. So if you just hold on to it, it'll just go left to right. But if you kind of, you know, burst fire it, which is what it's a good idea because it shoots so fast, you'll go through your clip in like 3.2 seconds, which is pretty darn fast in CQC, because generally CQC lasts a little bit longer than downrange, because if a target is further out, generally you probably have a better positioning on them. Hopefully you have a better positioning on them. Hopefully you have a better positioning on them. You either go down real quick or they go down real quick. So up close, this thing, you know, the high rate of fire, you think it's real great at first. You know, somebody described it as the FAMAS of dust, which, yeah, it kind of is. The super high rate of fire is really good for taking out a couple of enemies in really quick succession, but you pretty much have to be on target if you're just going to spam the trigger, or just hold down the trigger, not even spam the trigger. But when targets are further apart, you really have to really space out your bursts. You know, you can't really just hold down the trigger and go for it, because you'll waste a shit ton of ammo. A shit ton, which is really important because it fires so fast. And it really doesn't do that much damage per clip. It only does 1,500, a little bit more than 1,500 damage per clip, not including, you know, bonuses. So it's got enough to really take down 2 advanced suits per clip, like back to back. The biggest problem with this thing really is just the fact that it fires so fast, it goes through the clip so ridiculously fast, so you have to really be careful about how long you have your finger on the trigger with this. I would say the clip size was the thing that got me into trouble the most when I started using this thing. I hated it at first, I'm going to be completely honest. I absolutely hated it. I did not like it. I don't know, I just didn't get a feel for it. The hipfire I felt sucked at first. And then I put 2 points into sharpshooter, and it made a big difference. And I gotta say, this thing is a hipfire machine. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculously good, especially when enemies are just like clumped up together. They're like shoulder and shoulder. You just let loose and you just mow people down. Just one right after another. Especially if they're armor tanked, it's just like melting through butter. It's insane. It's beautiful. It's just a barrage of bullets. Like, I really did not like it at first, and I really didn't get it at first, and I think it was mostly because I didn't really use it properly. I'm not really a hip fire guy, I guess. If I don't have to hip fire a rifle, then I'm not going to. But really, this thing really shines at hipfire because it has this really high hipfire accuracy. I don't know why it does, but it does. Because, like, you know, with the SMG, the spread of it is more like, the SMG's hipfire spread, I guess, is more like an HMG. I'm gonna say it like, it's a really even spread throughout the reticule. And with This thing, it really isn't. It's really tight. Like, it's got this really almost like laser like hip fire. So aiming it at first was a little bit awkward, but then once you got used to it, it was pretty good. I don't know, like the hip fire at first without any skills into sharpshooter was just really, I don't know, I just couldn't get the hang of it. And then after 2 levels, it just, I don't know, it just started being better. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. You know, 10% doesn't seem like it is a lot, but I guess it is. So get those sharpshooter skills up. Ammunition is the biggest problem with this weapon, both with its high rate of fire, clip size, and the ammo pool, everything. You go through ammo like crazy. So get a good sidearm, and which it's great because both Minmatar suits have sidearm bonuses. Crazy, right? Like, it makes sense. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this thing. I hated it at first, thought it was crap, but it grew on me over time, like a wonderful tumor. Like a positive tumor. Like you guys. You guys are my positive tumors. Yay! Aw. I guess. I don't know. Is that a compliment? I don't think it's really a compliment. I meant it as a compliment though. It's where it came from. You know, the heart. It came from the heart. The soul. Deep in my soul. Alright. I'm out of here. Go home. Get off my lawn. Shoo, be gone.
These are all up there. I wish we had an OB. They're all in the same spot. They just hope. Right? Yeah. Oh, look at my machine shoe. You guys are gonna kill them all. I missed all you bastards killed everybody. I got one.
I killed everyone. I killed everyone. The women, the children.
The children. Even the infants.